520 feet. That's 173 yards. And you missed a headshot, 9 to 12 inches of target. You suck. But hey, it's the way the world works. And everybody who doesn't know anything about guns is going to say, oh my God, sniper, he had to be professional, he had to be trained. What? You sight the rifle in at 100 yards, bro. Your second target after sighting in your rifle in a good class is probably going to be about 200 yards.
Real life. If that ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just say real life street star. You know what time it is.
Real life street star.
Real life street star.
We got a legend in the building. A legend
What's
for
happening?
show. Body by what's up, brother?
Black John Wick, man, what's going on?
Black John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Let's do it.
Before we get all into that, how you been, brother?
Man, I've been good, man. Life is amazing. I can't complain a bit, man.
Yeah, man, you looking good, bro. Your
Appreciate
beard
it.
is
Appreciate it.
stunning.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if
Appreciate
we ever appreciated his beard and how stunning.
You haven't, but it's okay.
Yeah, man.
It's all guys in the room. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna focus. All right.
Just wanted to give you flowers. Charlie Kirk.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Charlie Kirk.
He was killed. Everybody keeps saying assassinated. I'm finding it hard to say assassinated.
Yeah.
But Charlie Kirk was killed at a rally that he was doing, Turning Point USA, one of his rallies, by a sniper.
22-year-old.
A 22-year-old
Mm-hmm.
male.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? First, before we even go into that, what were your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
I'll sum it all up, man. Charlie Kirk lived and died by the First Amendment via the Second Amendment. And there we have it, folks. Nothing else to see here. He said what he said. Not everything he said was wrong, but the way he said it was to incite, a certain base, to get a rise out of certain people. You know what I mean? It's 2025, We can't look at the Kirk situation and be up in arms if we want to maintain the First Amendment. You have the legal right to say whatever you want to say. That means you won't get arrested for saying anything that you say. However, outside of, fire or bomb or something like that. But you got to understand the court of public opinion and everybody else's feelings on what you say, their response, that has nothing to do with the judicial system. You said what you said. People didn't like what you said, and they do what people do in America when you say something that they don't want to hear you say.
Now, do you feel like anybody's opinion or should warrant that type of response with death?
I love that question. I don't think anyone's opinion should be met with violence. However, we have to be extremely careful. Now we're talking about the First Amendment. In the event you want to put a stop to all violence towards anything that's anybody's opinion, contrary to popular opinion, the only way to do that is put away with the First Amendment. There are several countries, many countries on the planet or on the globe that don't allow you to say whatever you want to say. So freedom comes at a cost. Okay? And that's one of the costs. If you want to be able to say what you want to say without legal consequence, there's the First Amendment. You want to be able to legally carry your firearm. Well, there's that consequence as well.
So let's talk about you for a second.
Go ahead.
How would you have protected Charlie Kirk?
Well, security is a big thing. And I'll say it this way. The first person I said this to was a pastor many, many years ago. If you're going to stand on the microphone and say things that you know are going to offend people, you better have security. Right. It's just that simple. Should he have had security? Absolutely. Should he have had somebody watching all the rooftops within line sight? Absolutely. However, he was at his home base, not necessarily his home location of a talking point, but he was, from what I hear, the leader of the Young Conservatives. He was there talking to them. Okay. However, colleges are a melting pot of different opinions. And this 22-year-old took advantage of that and did what he did. That he felt that everybody in the area was pro Kirk, so there was no reason to do the sweeps prior to, which is why the 22-year-old was able to get on the roof.
So there's a lot of conspiracy theories.
Of course.
People next to him holding the hat, pointing their hat down
Absolutely.
with the film and all that stuff. Could that been any signal you feel?
It could have been. It's 2025, right? So look at it this way. So we have this mysterious 22-year-old that no one knows, doesn't go to that school. No one's ever heard of this kid. Okay. Well, look at it this way. We know that if we want to start a quote unquote civil war, that's where everybody's going, right? We're going to start a civil war. You really can't do that on a black campus. Not that the black campus was going to be any more violent, but black people aren't known to take up arms and go against the government. White people, on the other hand, well, that's a different conversation, which is why all of the anti-fascist stuff has come out about the 22-year-old gentleman, I say gentleman, 22-year-old that, shot him because he had stuff engraved on his casings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
For those of us who don't, because everybody's familiar with racism, what is fascism?
Okay, so there's a number of things we got to deal with. Fascism, Marxism, socialism, communism. This would be a great time to put all those definitions up on the screen, right? This is a big old foxhole. Now, we don't know if he was communist, socialist, or Marxist, right? But we do know that he was calling Kirk a fascist, which is what they call Donald Trump, which is what they call most conservative Republicans, okay? When you get into the economics of the differences, that's a whole foxhole. We ain't got time for that today. Please look that up. That's very, very important. Reading is definitely fundamental. Look those definitions up. You see different political ideologies, and it challenges people, okay? Now, I'm sure the next question you're going to ask is about the things that he said, specifically. Okay. One thing, you know what? Answer your question. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ask your question.
No, you go ahead.
Explain the definitions.
Well, I don't have the definitions right in front of me.
No. What were you going to say?
Well, aside from that, so one big thing with the things that he said specifically, if I see a black pilot under the ideals of DEI, I'm going to hope he's qualified.
For sure.
Now, okay.
You're a black pilot.
Because you're a black
I'm
pilot.
a black pilot, right? So when he said that, I immediately started to understand what he was doing in the moment. All he was trying to do was get a rise.
Right.
Okay? When you're up in a space like that and you have your base and you're trying to coddle your base, you're trying to fuel your base, you're going to say things that they like to hear. Well, they're anti-DEI. Okay. They're going to say, well, the ignorant is going to say, well, I hope this pilot is qualified. Well, DEI is not about the qualification. DEI is about the hiring to get the job. You see what we did there? DEI put everybody in a space, everybody who did not understand, everybody who did not read, says, oh, well, we're just going to pick black people or not white people for this particular job. Well, DEI wasn't about the qualification because guess what? Passing the FAA exam and passing the practicum is the same for everybody all the way up. If I got to do the same thing as any other pilot to go to get my commercial license, okay? So from there, now when I apply to American Airlines, Delta, you name it, insert company here, that's where the DEI comes into play. It's just like affirmative action, right? So I'll say it this way, the dumb people are gonna be like, see, if I see a black person, that means they not qualified, they was just picked for the job. No, those of us who are intelligent know the DEI has nothing to do with the qualification. It has everything to do with if that company will actually hire you. So for what's the word for the not necessarily give me a minute. Just like affirmative action, they got to have a quota, a certain amount of people working for that company. That's it. They get federal grants and all that kind of stuff. That's all it is.
Now, he had a lot of views about Martin Luther King.
Absolutely.
He said he was not a great person.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I don't.
You know.
I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. He has the legal right to say whatever he want to say. And he said it. He got shot in the neck. Martin Luther King had the legal right to say whatever he wanted to say, and he said it. He got shot.
Right.
Malcolm X,
Say whatever you
hell,
wanna
Tupac, Biggie. We can go on and on. This is America. So what I want everybody to understand, and I'm gonna say this, a lot of y'all get upset. I hate to see my people getting up in arms about this dude that got shot. When Ray done got shot this weekend, and y'all ain't saying nothing. Why you not tweeting about your own people who going through the suck? But hey, he lived by it, he died by it. At the end of the day, Kirk knew what I'm gonna say the same thing we all say. Well, Kirk knew what he was getting into when he stood up at the mic. And that, go ahead.
it's I was, because I likened him in his content like to maybe a Myron from Fresh and Fit or a Charleston White.
Okay.
Like, maybe there's some intelligence, there's some research, but mostly shock value.
That's all it is.
Mostly
100%.
get a rise.
100%. No.
But the amount of power he was able to amass.
Whoa. Stay right there. Wait. Whoa. Stop. Now you're saying that Kirk wasn't killed because he said what he wanted to say via the First Amendment. Kirk was killed because he was effective.
Correct.
Damn. So what are we saying now? Are we mad at what he said, or are we mad that he moved the masses?
That's for sure why they're mad.
Who's they? Who is they?
Who is they?
Who is they? Well,
I want to say, which brings me to, I want to say other white people.
well, okay. Who's leading the anti-fascist movement?
Who is leading the anti-fascist?
White people.
White people for sure.
Who are the ones? What race of people make the black agenda happen?
White people. I saw a clip of a video of white man fight back.
Okay.
And it was who are they fighting back against?
I'm gonna say something right quick. I'm gonna say something. Let's take it for what we think it is, for what we've taught. We were taught that technically this is a white man's world. And black folks is getting to a point where they're getting too uppity, they're acquiring too much resources, and they're getting too much money, so we need to burn it down. Black Wall Street. Okay. In the event you believe that it is white destiny to be supreme over all races, and here you have this other race of people who were supposed to be under you for eternity, are now pulling more weight than you. Well, anybody would be upset. I'm saying that because I'm on the winning side, right?
Right.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about the shot, the actual shot.
Okay.
He was shot in the neck.
Yep. Because he missed. Facts.
So explain to
520 feet. That's 173 yards. And you missed a headshot, 9 to 12 inches of target. You suck. But hey, it's the way the world works. And everybody who doesn't know anything about guns is going to say, oh my God, sniper, he had to be professional. He had to be trained. What? You sight the rifle in at 100 yards, bro. Your second target after sighting in your rifle in a good class is probably going to be about 200 yards. The average basic rifle course is going to take you out to 400 yards. I know children who shot deer at further distances. But because we want to get a reaction out of those who don't know, we're going to say things like, it's got to be a trained sniper. It's got to be a conspiracy theory. It's got to be, come on, man. It was a 30-06. He got his granddaddy gun. All right, next. Come on, man. What do we...
So
I hate to ruin your enthusiasm about it.
Right. So basically, he just happened to be killed by a regular man.
A 22-year-old kid that probably want to make a name for himself, or 22-year-old kid from nowhere that no one knows that the government planned to get him out of the way or to incite something bigger.
It seemed like the gunshot hit him as soon as the pie it hit him. How fast is that gun?
He was shooting a 30-06, was probably going to be 2,700 feet per second, which means the bullet was going to get there before the sound did.
Yeah. So how do you? There's no training from dodging a sniper bullet. It's just not.
Okay, so Warzone family, you will not see the glare of the scope in real life. That is the only. You're not. It's
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Warzone. You're not gonna see the glare of the sniper aiming at you. You got time to move. No, it's not like that. If one, he was not expecting. No one was expecting this guy to be on the roof and do what he did. So the bullet hit him before his ears heard the bang. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's wild.
It's absolutely.
And that's just how it works in war.
So if you were looking down the scope of a rifle and you were taking a 200-yard shot on a hanging metal plate, you would see the plate move before you hear the ding. Because the sound's got to come back, right?
Yeah. When they tell you to run in a zigzag pattern, is that a real thing? Like,
I mean, if you see the glare from the scope, absolutely. Like if you get a text message from a sniper, it's like, "Yo, I'm on your ass." Then you better come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the power of a sniper. No one knows he's there.
He also engraved
the anti-fascist statements. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that something that people really do? Is engrave bullets?
If you're Antifa, I'm sure. Right. You know, it's not. Here we go. It's not illegal to engrave what you want. We used to do that in Iraq when the jets would come through. When the jets would come through with a hot ICT, hot integrated combat turnaround, we're putting gas and bombs on it. We would sometimes get magic markers and write stuff on it. Hey, holler at me when you get this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But what is that? That's not illegal. It just pushes the idea. Like, we don't like those kind of people who think like that and say those things. So we're gonna send around at 2,700 feet per second. Yeah.
Is there anything that could have saved him? I know that because at first it was like he's in critical condition.
A further miss? Yeah.
Oh, that
it was a 30 caliber round going through the neck. So right. It wasn't. He probably could have survived if it was AR-15, probably, depending upon where the shot was placed. But clearly it was a miss. He was aiming for his head. And it looked like he was shooting low left.
Was he dead on impact?
No. Now, had he hit him in the nasal cavity, which is probably what he was aiming for, yes.
Right. Did he have a bulletproof vest on?
Didn't matter. It was in the neck.
Right.
Let's go, Rook.
Yeah.
Tighten it up. Tighten it up, Rook.
When you see this lack of training, what could have been better about? What could he have done differently? Like, if this was actually this is a mission. Let's just say this is a mission.
Okay. All right.
Not that you would shoot anybody.
No, absolutely not.
But if this is what should have happened? What should have happened correctly?
Here's what I think happened. I think he grabbed his dad's gun that was already sighted for 100 yards, okay? Or it was sighted for 200 yards, and he aimed directly right here. And because he didn't follow the hold over, okay, or hold under for that much, well, no, we completely hold over, because I think it was sighted for 100. He didn't compensate for that, and he didn't hold over. So he just put the crosshair right here and went to the neck. Looks like a low left because he probably jerked it. Okay. Nothing else to see here, folks. It's really not that serious.
What do you think about the president lowering the flags to center mass?
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. And I want to make sure my people hear this. The response the world has to anything bad happening is indicative to where that person is in society. You with me? What kind of impact did that individual have on society as a whole, good or bad? Fair? There are people that say Tupac and Biggie were bad people. The world moved when they died. There are people that say Kirk's a bad person. The world moves when he died. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, yet again, all the other people who got shot. Fair?
Sure.
So we as a people have to start understanding we need more people in place who are going to be of impact. Now, it's also been said where every time a black person rises to something, they kill him. Sir, ma'am, you know exactly what time it is. This is America. This is America. This is a country where if you genuinely speak your mind and move the masses, you are probably going to die by that. You need to be okay with that. Every president that's died for what they said over the microphone or megaphone or whatever they had at the time, yelling and screaming, whatever. Right? But again, this country's First Amendment is freedom of speech, which means you will not go to jail for speaking your opinion on any topic. Now, whether or not the people agree to adhere to the law, of murder or whatever, then that's a risk you take. It's a risk in every career field, bro. And he knew that. You know that. That's exactly why I think a lot of us black folks are afraid to go to that level.
Right. But if he knows this, why not have security? Why not have the people? Why is he taking it so lightly?
I think there is a level, and I say this to everybody who has a mic and a platform. I say this to y'all. Y'all say a lot of messy shit on Real Life Street Star.
Mhm.
Why don't y'all have security when y'all step out on the scene? Damn. Although in most cases you appear to have a neutral bias.
Right.
You heard what I said? I didn't say neutral standing, I said neutral
I
bias.
still got that shit on me though. Like
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can only have so much based on your level of comfort for where you're going and what you're doing.
right.
And I'm saying that because obviously I work in security. So how important is it to you? Don't forget, I know heavy hitting gangsters that I'm like, nigga, why would you leave your house? Why don't you just stay home? He said, I'm just tired. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of looking over my shoulder. It's going to come any day now. So whatever. Fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? So don't take it for granted that other people don't get to that level. I mean, yeah, he had a family, wife and 2 kids, I think. Right? But at the same time, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress to put you and your family under watch like that. Kids can't even be kids anymore. However, it's the life you chose. It's America.
There's a lady, I don't even know her name, but it was a white lady, and she said basically that we don't want a race war because all white people do is sit around and shoot ducks and they don't miss. So if they were to go against black people, it would be very bad for them. What would you say to that? That's the Black John Wick.
Unfortunately, we as a people do not train for civil war. We don't. And I'll say this again. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. She said the same thing I'm about to say. Black people, stuff is getting real crazy out here. You know it's not our culture to be walking around shooting every day since we're little kids. We trying to do something and build something and learn something nice to be nice people. Cool? Right. But in order for us to survive what just might be coming, we might need to start training for real, start taking this serious. Get your license to carry, take some defensive pistol and rifle courses, et cetera, to learn how to defend your home and your community. That's what she said. Because they're already doing that. Right? Are they not? Are our white counterparts already groomed? I'm talking about listen, they got these little kids, 5, 6, and 7, shooting their first deer, cutting it open in the field and biting the heart right there.
The biggest one is when you go to the gun show and there's 2% black people in there.
Well, you got an option. We have an option. We can sit here and say, "Ooh, look at them. They so savage. All they do is guns, guns, guns. They gonna try to do this to us." Or you can say, "You know what? It look like they might be trying to do something crazy. Let me go get some real training here." That's it. Level the playing field. The gun is the equalizer, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, don't forget what Kirk also said, which is why we need to stop even having this conversation, because Kirk himself said, The Second Amendment, in order for us to have a Second Amendment, we are going to have some casualties along the way. I'm saying a lot more elegant than he said it. He said random gun violence is the cost of the Second Amendment. That is very true. Everybody being legally able to drive over the age of 16 with a driver's license, it's a lot of cost to come with that. You want to stop people from having wrecks on the street, make it illegal to drive. Come on. So I don't even know why. No.
Well, let me ask you this: what if a black man had a shot Charlie Kirk? What do you think? Where do you think we'd be at right now?
Same place.
Same.
Absolutely.
Nothing
Absolutely.
different.
And here's why I say that. Because the same amount of black people are saying, well, yeah, he should have got, that's what he said. That's what you get for inciting violence. And now you die from violence. But I think from what I've seen across social media, and hey, y'all need to cut that out. Stop being excited when somebody is off. I understand how it feels. I understand the things that he said were, he shouldn't have said them like that. Okay, I understand a lot of people are offended. However, at the same time, I'm not telling you to be sad. I'm telling you not to celebrate. That's all. Because it comes with the job at the end of the day. Because when we have I'm going to be honest with you. I really thought in the very, very beginning, if they really wanted a race war, that would have been the time. Because you had rappers saying America's first black president, y'all touch and we ride. Come on, man. If they really wanted, that's why I can't subscribe to they want a race war, they want a race war. I think they want a classist war. I don't think anyone wants a race war because the perfect time for the white supremacists to have their race war would be taking Obama out. But then again, we got to ask the question, did they know that Obama was in place to help other entities other than black folks? And they left him alone.
Now, why aren't we more militant? What do you think makes the black people so comfortable? Like, why are we so comfortable right now?
Comfort and fear can also coexist in the same space.
For sure.
I don't think, black people have been taught that guns are just bad.
For sure.
Okay. What you need a gun for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the same time, we have to understand that when something bad happens in our community, we complain about the bad thing happening in our community. And then the next complaint is, well, why aren't the white police doing anything about it?
For sure.
After we've already burned the bridge with quote unquote white supremacist police. Okay, now when they throw their hands up and say, hey, we're just going to let them govern themselves and let them do whatever they want to do, we're not going to get involved. Now the crime rate is through the roof. Now the elderly are complaining that the crime is through the roof. Now the president gets to declare in all his power, you know what? Don't worry about it, police department. You don't have enough power, training, or resources. I'm going to send in the National Guard. You see what we did there?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pick, you got to choose your poison. Are we going to politic with the police department, or are we going to politic with the federal government? Okay, because clearly no one's trying to step up so we can police ourselves. And those who have, well, then we found some flaws there.
Yeah, because it always, and I mean, I know this isn't every, because the good Dr. Umar.
Yes.
I believe he's a righteous brother. I feel like his cause, but there's been some fraudulent claims as far as what's going on with his school.
Martin Luther King School?
No, his school. Dr. Umar had his own school.
Dr. Umar. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And it seems like they're trying to tear him down because there's no school at the moment. But it just seems like every time there is a black person that is trying to effectively make some type of change, we ourselves destroy them.
So why are we complaining?
Right.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people ask me, my opinions about Dr. Umar Johnson. dude, do your thing, right?
Thing, for sure.
I mean, is he hurting people? Okay, but you have to understand the problem we have as a people. We want certain people to speak for us. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We want the people we like to speak for us. That's why we have the problem of black celebrities who do not understand the political realm and political ideology. They're misspeaking more often than not because we want to hear from them. We already listen to the music. We're already watching them run the basketball up and down the court, the football up and down the field. So we like them. We want to hear what they have to say. That's why we rallied behind all those athletes who said all those things that were actually wrong.
Do you think if we were to just, let's say we just got our own continent,
Same thing.
same shit?
We got our own continent. What's going on over there?
No, I'm talking about black people. I'm talking.
What's going on in the Horn of Africa right now?
No. No, for sure.
What's going on in Zambia right now? What's going on in Kenya right now? Come on,
Yeah.
stop the bullshit, like for real.
You know, and this is just me. Nah, never mind.
Go ahead, go ahead. It's real life street stars.
I feel like the black man and the African man are two different.
Absolutely,
So when I say
absolutely. But you can't negate the human factor,
right,
the human factor of greed, the want for power.
the one for power.
Who's every human on the planet in every territory says who's going to be in charge? Who do we want to lead us? Oh man, you still talking about humans? Don't
Nah,
give a damn
yeah.
what color they are. All of ignorance, man, don't get me started.
Nah, you're right.
Every
Absolutely
race
right.
has their bullshit, right?
For sure.
Because don't get it twisted. Every race is prejudiced against their own people to a degree, right?
For sure.
We are just in a situation to where we've been through the apartheid, the slavery, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a feeling of, do I have all that I could have had if I got here like this or that? Now we get into the reparations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. South African president, excuse me, South African president, because he has become the black colonizer. Absolutely. Hey, that's a nice piece of land you got there. It'd be a shame if we took it. And you're white. You know, black people had that land long before you did, and your great grandfather stole it. So get up off that. Come on. Is that right? Absolutely not. Is it funny? Fuck, it's entertaining. Why? Because we went. You see what we're doing now? So now, because we have this sense of, dang, they got our lick back for us, we're supporting things that we should not support. There's a sigh of, as horrible as this is, there's a sigh of, damn, you finally getting what you deserve. Yeah, damn, ain't that some shit? Black on black crime every week. But now, white boy didn't kill a white boy. Talking that white shit. Damn. Come on, bro. It's funny when you say it that way because it's been said to us for so many years. And don't make it right. Did I chuckle? Absolutely. But is it right? No. Is that going to make us better? No. Is it going to move the bar forward in society? No, it's not. It's only going to perpetuate the same silly cycle we've been going through.
Man, it's real. What type of protection do we need to be? So I used to ride around with an AR-15. And my mother she used to just get on me so much. She was like, why do you need that? And I used to tell her urban warfare. That's what I used to.
Well, let me say this, and I appreciate you going there. You know why black folks still ask that? Because there isn't enough press behind how many guys, how many men, women, and children have been gunned down by a chopper. Think about it. If the powers that be really gave a damn about the violence in the black community, totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be totally different. Because think about it. For some reason, a lot of people in the black community don't think it's absolutely necessary for you to ride around with an AR-15.
And I just always felt like it was so necessary.
And then, but you got to understand those people. I'm saying those people because
Yeah.
those people are going to ask you, well, why do you live the life that would make you even think about having to ride around with an AR-15? What are you doing with your life that you have to?
So, in my case,
Uh-huh.
I would be riding around and I seen 2 other people with them. So I was like, oh, this pistol isn't working anymore because now I've run into 2 other individuals and they both had AR-15s.
I think I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair,
And I'm not even a good shot. So I'm like, I need at least
I'm gonna
30.
be fair, and I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. The guys on our team, we have this running joke, right? We love seeing guys ride around with AR-15s. Love it. AKs, choppers, with switch, and all of that.
All that dumb shit.
Here we go. If you go anywhere, let's just say you go to the mall, North Park. Okay, you got a chopper in the car. You gonna take it in the Gucci with you? Huh? What are you gonna take with you?
The pistol.
Okay. So something bad happens in the mall. There's a mass shooter that comes to the mall, and you really need to get to your AR-15. What are you going to use to get to your AR-15 there, Rook?
That pistol.
The pistol that you don't train on.
The
Absolutely.
pistol you don't train on.
Absolutely. Right? So now, between your rifle and you, there's 2 or 3 individuals with rifles. You got to get to your rifle. Are you good enough to get past an AR-15 with your little pistol, Rook? Well, that sounds like we need to do some more training on pistol, don't we?
For sure.
You see what I did there? Give a damn about no. Come on, man.
So
Your pistol gets you to your rifle, bro, every time.
Well, let's say that. Could you get to your rifle?
Absolutely. You know what? I probably wouldn't even get to, I probably wouldn't even try to get to. I'll just handle the situation. Just to say, and you had a chopper, and you had an AR-15, and you got killed by this 9mm. Ain't that some shit? Horrible day for you, Mr. Bad Guy. Mm-hmm. But then again, now we're talking about training, right? It sounds great. It sounds awesome to come on here and do the Black John Wick thing, yada, yada, yada. But how many hours of training, how many rounds, how many thousands of dollars have been invested into a skill? Sure. That's a skill, man. And either you got it or you don't. And there's only a select few of us who've had the opportunity to train in real environments via experience. Because every gunfight that you survived, that was a training op that you did well, honestly.
You know, I was always under the impression that only the strongest are fit to lead. Like, if you can shoot a gun, then you probably should be in charge. Because if you can't, then you need to sit down.
And it's honestly harder. It's really, really harder than people lead on to be.
For sure.
That's why you see so many people saying, "Oh, he was a professional. He was a professional. He was a professional." I was 173 yards in the neck. That was not your intended target. That was not the shot placement that you were shooting for. Clearly, it appears that he was shot on the right side of the neck. That's what it appears. Okay? I didn't see all the reports and stuff, but it appears he was shot, yes, in the right side of the neck, which means that shot was pulled low left. Come on, man. Like, that's the same thing I would do if he was in my class and he shot that spot on the target. Is it a kill? Absolutely. But is it a professional shot? Absolutely not.
We're seeing an upsurge in violence, like just very, just very horrific violence.
Really?
We seen a young man cut another man's head off.
I have a question. Are we seeing an uptick in violence, or is the First Amendment being more prevalent and you're now allowed to post what you recorded online? Because the level of violence has been the level of violence since man has been walking this planet, right? I mean, we literally just stopped chopping heads off when we slowed down chopping heads off when we were able to take this knife and shoot it way over there with a string, bow and arrow. Before the bow and arrow was an axe and a sword, wasn't it? Everybody got their head chopped off. Ray got shot. No, Ray got his head chopped off. You see what I'm saying? So
it's the knife is way more intimate than the gun, you would say, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I was trying to tell my little
Absolutely.
girl. I was
Up
like,
close and personal.
it would be real bad if there was no guns around. You would see a lot of more things that you don't want to see.
Well, think about it. How many you got vehicular homicide? You got a dude run around. What's dude run around UK with a knife?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another dude run around with a white van. Okay, take the gun. So what? That's not going to stop violence. It's going to stop gun violence.
Right.
But now you got to get rid of spoons, forks, knives. Come on, man. Well, what we gonna eat with?
What she said was like mass shootings. Then there can't be a mass shooting. I said,
It could be a mass stabbing.
yeah, mass
Then like
stabbing.
11 people get stabbed in one spot. Come on. It is what it is. Dude, I think when a dude on the train or something crazy.
Yeah, he
Walk
said-
around just, hey, you're not going to stop. There is a primal instinct that humans are the worst animals on the planet, bro. They kill and break everything. I'm saying they like I'm not one of y'all, right? But no, that's what we do, right? We see something we want and we take it. If you don't give it to us, we're going to kill you and take it. Come on a live view, excuse me.
And in the coming months,
Okay.
because I heard what you said earlier, there might be something. Do you think there's something larger at play? Should we be afraid? Should we not be afraid? Should we keep watching?
I am a fan of stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
For sure.
Because guess what? Miss Erica Kirk literally just stood up and said, take this as a war cry. I get it. Somebody shot your husband. You're upset. What did you say? A war cry. Okay.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
Mm.
She can say whatever she want to say. She can get on TV and she could say, you know what? This is what she could say. She could say, you know what? Let that 22-year-old go. I'm not playing with this judicial system because y'all going to be with that bullshit. It's going to take him 70 years to die. If you give him the death penalty, let him go. We'll deal with it.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna be in prison that long.
I probably plead insanity, whatever. I'm crazy. Play the crazy card, whatever. Or conspiracy theory. He might get processed into the federal pen after a couple months and then disappear off the face of the earth. Because he was a plant. Then he go start his life, live his life somewhere else. Because they wanted to start it's a bigger agenda. Here's the question for the conspiracy theorists, which I love so dearly. Who was Kirk a danger to for real? Was it Trump? Was it his own party? Was it the young conservatives? Was it the young liberals? Was it the fascists? Was it the socialists? Was it the Marxists? Was it the communists? Who was Kirk really offending? Because I really didn't. I may have saw one of his videos like one time.
You know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
Because I've been asking different African Americans all day, like, you know who Charlie Kirk is? And they're like, no.
But we got so much opinion about him. I've
asked like 5 people. They didn't.
When
know who
he
was.
got shot, I sat down. I shut up. I didn't respond to anything. I know everybody's sending me, you got to, no. Let me dig deep. Let me listen to what he said. Bruh. Kirk, he told a lot of truths
For sure.
offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk literally said that after slavery, around 1920 and 1940, blacks was better off back then. Okay. Per capita, blacks had more ownership and more power back then.
Sure.
That is absolutely true.
Right.
However, we have to understand when someone says something to rile you up, listen closely to what they're actually saying in context. And of course, social media gonna do what social media. I got on y'all ass about cutting shit up and putting it out to push a certain narrative. So when you make a clip, perfect. I'll sit here and say this. You know what? Back in the 20s and 30s and even the 40s, when Black Wall Street was doing its thing, I think we need to get our ish together as a community and get back to that and own more property so we can have more political power. I said the same thing Kirk just said.
Mm-hmm.
But I said it to motivate you, and I didn't say it to piss you off. Now, if I tell you the truth to purposely piss you off, I can kind of push you to a certain narrative that I'm trying to fuel over here. And then when something happens, I can say, well, I was telling the truth. Y'all was big banking back then. Y'all had your own banks. Y'all had your own everything. The government was mad at y'all because y'all was rivaling Wall Street in New York. Y'all were so powerful that the government had to come in and tear y'all down. So was it what he said or how he said it? Now, to support him, this is not by any means a cap or support or an excuse for Kirk living the life that he lived and dying how he died. He knew what he signed up for. I'm saying he said what he said so that his base that was ignorant would support. Because all they thought was, yeah, back then, black folks was in their own little area and we was in our own little area minding our business and they wasn't bothering us and we wasn't bothering them. Well, there's only one black person that we love so much that led us into that burning house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
For sure.
Dig deeper, right? Don't just take what you see on social media, little clips. To your young boss, I'm still on your ass. Don't just take what you see on social media.
You go his ass.
For real. I'm coming to the UK. Don't worry about it. I'm going to sneak up on you. I'm going to show you how we do it. I'm not. No, I'm not. He cool. He cool people.
Yeah.
Like we good, right? But you have to understand the media is going to do what they need to do to make their money. And what makes money right now? Clickbait, likes, views. That's what's paying the bills. So if he gave a whole speech, no, he's not going to articulate it like I just articulated because he has no black compassion. Why would he? He's not black, right?
Right.
He's not going to say, hey, black folks, you all were more prevalent in this era, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your crime rate, oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here are the numbers per capita. Well, why would he say it like that in front of a white base that's actually ignorant and he wants their support? Because let's tell the truth. Because of DEI, because of affirmative action, the average black individual graduating from whatever college with whatever degree is going to fare better because of the laws than a white person under the same construct, right? Why? Because it used to be just because he was white, he was getting a job anyway. So now things have shifted, okay? And those white people who don't actually have that high intellect are now offended. Because if you got it, you got it. You don't, you don't.
They're uncomfortable now.
They're uncomfortable. Rightfully so. Right. I'm saying rightfully so because I'm on the winning side. You understand what I'm saying? So you kind of got to look at it for what it is. They doing what they do, and we going to do what we do. But I need you to understand from the moment we fought to sit at the same table, we are going to be battling for seats with the same people.
So let me ask you this before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a person deserves to die for what they say?
Absolutely not. No.
Right. No matter what they say.
No, but it's the world we live in. This is, and that's the thing I need everybody to understand. For every freedom, there is a cost. If you say something directly to me that is completely offensive, that is not against the law. But it is against the law for me to slap you upside your mouth, for me to slap you across your face, right? That's against the law. Right? Most of us would say something, then slap you. That's assault and battery. I'm going to jail, you not, because it is your legal right to the First Amendment. Again, if we had a system where Kirk was not allowed to say what he said, there would be no real life street stars.
Speaking of that, like, but everybody is suing everybody for defamation of character.
Right. It's a civil suit.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Totally different from a criminal suit. Right. So, but no, we can stay there. he didn't say anything directly to any one person. As a matter of fact, there is a greater chance of someone suing myself or Real Life Street Stars for saying their name on this podcast than it is for anybody to sue Kirk for what he said. Because he didn't call out a name. He didn't say.
Should we even be saying his name?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, we're not doing anything to, that's considered defamation of character, right? We're just telling you what it is. He knew what he signed up for. He knew for a fact when he stood up, y'all know for a fact that when you get on this Real Life Street Stars and put out this come on, man.
Your life is in danger.
Let me ask you this. Is Puff, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, is he any different if he put out a hit on Real Life Street Stars?
Nope.
Come on.
No.
Or anybody else that we've had to discuss on Real Life Street Stars that may be offended by our opinion. Come on. You can't have one without the other. You want the First Amendment and you want the Second Amendment. What are we going to do? Next.
Should everybody work on their stoicism?
It's not for everybody. Do you?
For sure.
But understand what you're doing.
Right.
Understand what you say and how you say it.
Mhm.
I'm sitting here, babe, the fuck? You see that reaction? But if I said, babe, the fuck? Come on, man.
For sure.
That's it. That's all it is. But the result, what result do I want when I open my mouth?
For sure.
That's what we got to double down on.
Or is just everybody too emotional?
Ooh, that's a whole nother conversation.
I know it.
But again, the First Amendment is a legal situation.
Right.
That's why cancel culture exists, because of the legal backing of the First Amendment. Fair?
Fair.
There will never be another Archie Bunker All in the Family. There will never be another Sanford and Son. It can't, because in those times we weren't allowed via society to be what you would call sensitive. Weren't allowed.
With that being said, man, tell all these people, man, what they need to do to get in tap in with you.
Look, man, it's easy. Hit me up, Body by 0318 on Instagram, Body by Tactical for the website for your training, all your training needs. Ladies, chocolate pawpaw. Hey, as a matter of fact, let me deal with that. For those of you who play Call of Duty, yes, chocolate pawpaw on Call of Duty as well.
Hold on, you chocolate pawpaw Call of Duty?
Absolutely. Tearing their ass up. Tearing their ass up.
I'll be on the, hey, man, we get this chocolate pawpaw.
No, real quick. It's a little, let me tell you something. When I first got on there, I can't remember this little girl's name. I first got on there and this little girl was like, little white girl. She was probably like 10 or 11. It's like, chocolate pawpaw, what is that? I said, hey, come over here with that. She said, I'm going to kill you first. I said, hold up, look, what? Told my ass up. Bro, I said, this little, I was hot. Big shout out. You know who you are. You know, big shout out. I got my skills up. It's on and popping out. But that is a lot of fun. I haven't been around since Call of Duty, probably like Black Ops 2, 3, something like that. We're on 6 now, but it's
How
fun.
is Call of Duty compared to Real War?
It's close, very, very close.
Is it really?
Real close. It's good. It's real close. I was literally with a team today and we were discussing it. But what makes it not seem so close is the fact that you have so many people who don't have any training. No, they just, let's just go kill. Let's just go get money. It's a fine line between the Black Ops 6 and Grand Theft Auto. It's pretty intense. Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
Man, Body by O Tactical, Black John Wick, apparently the chocolate pawpaw. We want to thank you so much for coming
Man,
to sit down
appreciate it.
with us,
You know what
man.
time it is, man. It's always about being educated, man. We have fun. We talk our trash, but we need to get some knowledge in there too.
For sure. And it's the best part. Body by O, you are a real life street star.
Real life street star. Let's run it.